Hi, welcome back to Soggy Granola. I am so glad you are here. Today I'm going to be sharing with you all about a visual schedule. I'm going to be sharing what a visual schedule is, who a visual schedule is good for, benefits of a visual schedule, and why you need one in your home. So first things first, what is a visual schedule? A visual schedule is a series of photos that is used to articulate or present a series of events. A visual schedule can be done with a combination of words and photos, or it can just be strictly photos. So who is a visual schedule good for? Well, it's good for littles in that toddler stage who aren't able to read or put words together or even recognize sight words, but who are able to recognize photos. What's that one? What's this one right here? What's this one say?
This one say with.
Yeah, what's this one? What's this one say?
Yummy.
That's for breakfast. What's this one?
Potty.
Potty. What's this one?
Play. Plant.
Water plant. What's this one?
Night.
Yeah, nap time. What's this one?
Wash your hands.
Yeah. Do you know what this one is? It's also great for children who are in lower elementary, who are learning how to read and put words together and really starting to recognize those sight words. But it's also great for kiddos who have different attention span and learning challenges. As I mentioned, I have a 2.5-year-old son. His name is Ronan. And about 2 months ago, I introduced a visual schedule into my home, and I wasn't really sure what to expect, but I was so pleased with the changes that had taken place in my home. It just really made our day flow more smoothly. It brought some organization. So let's talk about the benefits of a visual schedule and why you need one in your home. One of the biggest benefits I have seen so far from implementing a visual schedule in my home is the ease of transition from one activity to a next. Providing a visual schedule for your child that they can understand and recognize really allows them to see what's coming next, which in turn can help them transition throughout the day from activity to activity, especially when it comes from leaving a preferred activity like playing, going to a non-preferred activity like bedtime or mealtime. When your child can understand what's coming next, it can help to prepare them for that next activity. Something else that can really help ease transition is a time timer. So this is a visual timer. They're available on Amazon. They're really affordable. Highly recommend. We got one in our Love Every box, which I will link up here if you are interested, but definitely has helped ease transitions, especially going from a preferred activity to a not preferred activity. A visual schedule also helps to provide structure and predictability. By providing your child with this laid out schedule, they understand that there is structure to the day. It's not just happening willy-nilly or by the seat of your pants, but you've organized the day, you've structured the day with a series of events and meal times and rest times so that they know what comes next. So if they're having to end playtime for a nap, they can understand that their day has more playtime built in by looking at the schedule. So it provides, again, structure and predictability, which does help to ease those transitions like we previously talked about. A visual schedule also helps assisting in a smooth introduction of schedule changes. Children get into routines, and it's very healthy for children to have a routine, but when you change that routine, it can be very challenging for your children. And so a visual schedule helps them to make that transition a little bit more smooth because they can see what's coming. So if you typically go outside and play after nap time, and that has been the routine for the last month, but now you have to change it because of a change in your schedule, putting that on the visual schedule, allowing them to see that change before it's happening can be really beneficial and help to smoothly change that schedule because your child is understanding that the change is coming. A visual schedule can also aid in developing responsibility. When your child sees the schedule and they understand the series of events and what comes next, they can take responsibility to transition from one activity to the next themselves. So for example, if your child knows that after lunchtime that it's nap time, instead of having to have a struggle, it can actually create some responsibility when they know it comes next to take the initiative to transition to that activity by themselves. A visual schedule also helps with literacy development and word recognition. Again, if your child isn't reading or putting words together, this is a great way for them to start associating words and letters with different pictures to understand that these words are associated with this picture. This is how you send out the words. So it's great for kiddos who are learning that to really enhance that learning experience and to be able to practice that in the home. A visual schedule also introduces time and abstract sequence concepts by referring to different events in the schedule with words like first, next, after, before. So when your child wants to play outside, the conversation can look like, after your nap, we can play outside. Before we have dinner, we can play outside. First, we're going to take a nap. Next, we are going to play outside. So introducing these time and abstract sequence concepts at an early age can really enhance their vocabulary as well as their understanding of how events happen and the sequence that they happen in. And last but certainly not least, a visual schedule can help to build your child's self-esteem and independence. These two really go hand in hand because when you build their self-esteem, you're also building their independence. So when your child who is a toddler can go up to that schedule and they can understand the series of events or what happens next without intervention from you, you're building their self-esteem, which then can turn into your lower elementary kids or even your kindergartners who are able to not only understand the schedule and have that self-esteem, but then start transitioning from activity to activity by themselves without needing assistance from you. If your child knows that after playtime it's lunchtime, they can take the initiative to go get their plate, to go get their forks, or to, help get lunch set up. And that's building their self-esteem and their independence because they aren't needing you to guide them from activity to activity. Since implementing this visual schedule 2 months ago, I have seen just great improvement in our home and the way that it functions and flows as a whole. My son being able to understand what comes next, understand that there's structure to the day, ease of transition between activities. It's just been such a great addition to our home. When I first learned about a visual schedule, I purchased one off of Etsy. I didn't really find any that I really loved, but I wanted to get one so that I could implement it and see if it was going to work. Now, I am a creative. I love creating and I love putting things together and designing. So once I knew that I wanted to keep this visual schedule implemented in my home, I decided to design my own, something that I was proud of and something that was beautiful, that I loved being displayed. We have ours on our fridge, so it's kind of like the main focal point of our home. And so I was really wanting to create something beautiful, and I am so happy with how it turned out, and I am going to be sharing that with you today. So my visual schedule is available to you on Etsy for a PDF download. You'll be receiving 40 different daily activity prompts, including hygiene, meal times, rest, as well as weather, days of the week, months of the year, and numbers so that you can associate the day with the number of the month that we are on. So I'm gonna give you a preview of a few finished ones that I just pulled off my fridge that we are currently using. So for example, you have lunch. So this has a little drink with a sandwich. Oh my gosh, isn't it so cute? We also have water plants. Again, oh my goodness, I am so happy with these. We have different days of the week. So here is Saturday. I mentioned that we have months of the year. So here's January's and February. So I printed mine on cardstock paper just to increase the longevity of the pieces. And then I laminated them with the Scotch self-seal. You don't need a laminating machine. I got these off of Amazon. I will link them down below for you. I laminated the sheets and then cut them out. Each sheet does have the cut marks so that you can be rest assured you are not going to be cutting too much off. So I just laminated them. One side, these are sticky, so they just stick to the top. And then I purchased these magnets again from Amazon. I'll link them down below. And I just placed them on the back. So for the larger ones, I did 2 magnets, and then for the smaller ones, I cut the magnets in half and put one on each end, and they've held up beautifully. I am so happy with these. I put so much time and love into this project, and I'm just so pleased with how it turned out and so excited to be able to share it with you. I hope that this video was helpful and that you consider putting a visual schedule in your home. I am confident that it is going to bring as much organization and ease of motion to your home as it did mine. If you enjoyed this video, I would love if you would consider subscribing to my channel. I post new videos every Friday and would love to have you be part of this community. It was so great having you today, and I'll see you again soon. Bye!